Okay, so this is my Talaria presentation. I did a statistics project in which I analyzed if there was a relationship between the gender of a debater and the likelihood that they would be recorded and posted online when competing at various national debate competitions. And we specifically focused on the Tournament of Champions, which is considered the most prestigious of all the competitions. My advisor or my mentor was Dr. Gleb Zelazov from the University of New Mexico, and he works in the statistics department. And he was really amazing and offered some really great statistical techniques to tackle this question. So you might be wondering, what is this research about? So again, this is a statistical analysis on gender disparities at the prestigious Tournament of Champions debate tournament. And what I essentially did was we used all publicly available round recordings from the TOC. You can actually get a full database of every single round that has ever been recorded at this tournament for the past 5 years. And we researched if there was an underrepresentation of female debaters at the TOC by observing if there was a difference in prevalence of recorded debates with female presenting students versus debates with exclusively male presenting debaters. And the reason why I chose this topic is because I'm interested in erasing gender and racial barriers in national circuit debate. And this research was published at Beyond Resolved, which is a national student-run nonprofit aiming to increase equity in speech and debate and bring light to these kinds of issues. And hopefully in the future, we'll be able to increase the inclusivity that we see on the national debate circuit. So just for some background, the slide is a little long, but I'm just going to summarize it. So public forum is a type of debate event. There's many different events, but this is the one event that we focused on because it is the most popular debate event in the country. And prior to this research, we found that there has been previous statistical analysis that indicates that the participation of women in this style of debate is inhibited by gender bias in judging, and then as well as the competitors in the community, which often underestimate the skill and ability of female debaters. And we found that although 42% of participants in weekly public forum competitions identify as female, the qualification rate to national competitions is almost 10% lower. So again, the TOC is a very prestigious national debate tournament, and since it is the host of some of the highest quality debates in the country, many of these rounds are recorded and posted onto YouTube. But I tended to notice that a lot of the rounds that were recorded and posted and became the most famous rounds that people can consistently watch on the internet were male dominated, which is why I was interested in doing this research. And the study essentially researched the underrepresentation by using all available public TOC debate videos on YouTube. So you can actually just go on YouTube and find every single one of the data sets that we used for the study. So the statistical question was, at the TOC, are female debaters less likely to be recorded than their male counterparts? So the data on women representation in TOC YouTube round recordings were gathered from all public forum round videos available on YouTube. The year, tournament stage, and number of competitors who presented as women were also recorded for each round. And in order to answer this question, we actually completed a significance test. I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty mathematical part of this. The significance test essentially just determines if there is a statistically significant difference in representation of female debaters versus their male counterparts. So after completing those significance tests, we actually did find data that proved that there was a very statistically significant gap between gender presentation in a published round recordings at TOC. And there's a strong correlation between your gender and the likelihood of you being represented in a published round. And the data strongly suggests that women debaters are underrepresented in round recordings relative to the proportion of TOC qualifiers, because in the study, we actually controlled for the changing field in each elimination round. And we found that this fact held true for both the preliminary rounds and the more high profile elimination rounds like semifinals, finals, where a lot of people are watching. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm really thankful to Athena and my mentor for helping me answer this question. It's something that I'm really passionate about, and I'm excited to share this with all of you.